Alrighty, folks. It's, well, another day. I think the plan is to actually finish what I wanted to do the other day. Let's get the interior all kind of buttoned up in this sucker. I mentioned it last time and I'm going to do it again. Let me find my light. We are going to do our heater bits. I might even throw in this remote start. Pulled it, I don't know, we had it in one of our other vehicles at one time. So we have a remote start. We'll throw that in there because, hey, why doesn't a guy want to get into a warm vehicle? I guess you folks don't know. I call it command start. That's kind of what it is. It's remote start. Essentially, you got a little button. It starts up your car. You keep your heater on high. When you get outside, it's nice and warm. Your windows are unthawed or thawed. They're clear, however you want to say that. Anyways, we're going to go pull the seat back out. I am going to get that matting on the floor. We are going to address this little hole over there that I keep looking at. We're going to make this 4x4 shifter work. We'll modify that gas pedal, maybe change the brake pedal. Chatted with that. We got to build these side panels. Well, we have them. We might modify them or I might make new ones. I don't know. We'll see. Put some grip tape on here. Oh, yeah. We got lots to do. Anyways, I guess we may as well just get started here. Enough jibber jabber. Alrighty, yesterday did not get a lot done. We got some grip tape down there. We got the seat out and we cleaned the inside. So yeah, that's about it. I guess what I'm going to want to do now is we're going to work on the tunnel here. I'm going to deal with the holes. We're going to cut this off. We're just going to scab a couple quick patches onto these. We're going to quickly fix up that little bit of rusty bit over there, because that's garbage. And around here somewhere, we're going to make an access to get at that top of the master reservoir. I think I'm going to go dig around outside, see if I have a pedal that looks like a GM one that's kind of square instead of this round one. And then I want to move this gas pedal over so it's not so wacky to drive. Buddy of mine did come by, did drop me off a heater, so that is sweet. We're gonna try to mock that up. I'm thinking that'll be nicely like that under the seat. That should get us a nice chunk of warmth. We'll get some, it'll suck in some nice funky seat goodness, but hey, that's no big deal. So we'll have to sit and plumb that. Not sure how I want to do that yet. Maybe I'll leave the hoses and do some kind of an access through. Instead of having the hoses, I might get a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a block to go through the firewall. Or like through the floor so it's kind of fastened, but then I can rubber hose tee it up to the ones under there. Either way, we'll have to mount this. I don't know how it mounts. I don't think it matters how it mounts. It's going to mount however I decide. All right, well, I think we got a game plan. So, for today, anywho, I'm going to grind these off, and we'll start patching. We'll just start doing stuff like that. Alrighty, so we kind of did our cardboard CAD there, our beer CAD, and came up with all of our patches. We just got to transfer these over to steel. This one's a little oversized. I'm going to just cut some of this scabby junk out of here, and then we'll put that patch. This one's here. We kind of did, because we got this thing just mashed where it's going to go, we're going to tack it in and then just seam seal it. I mean, it's just a floor patch, so I'm not too concerned here. But you can see I did some slits because as you're pressing down, it was doing like weird bends in places. Like, I don't know if you can see me doing it here or not, but like when you squish, you can see how this makes a weird whatever. So we just cut a relief in there. So when we do the sheet metal, as you can see, when I lay this out flat now, there's like a V in there. So whatever. We kind of know what the steel's going to do when we kind of just push down on it into that corner. So we got there. We got this patch done here. This one I did a little different. We did a cut. So we're going to do the same. So we can kind of like boom, push it under here, press this down. I'm thinking the only way to do this is have like just 2 screws or something simple to hold it in place. But that'll at least keep that down. Seen before, I did cut this off of the car. Don't know how to fasten it yet, but we'll put it on. It'll give it an original style look versus the Ford pedal. I don't know if I'll cut this off. I might cut it off, but the chances of me getting it in the right orientation is like 0. So this might just get squeezed through, and then we'll just weld it onto the pedal. And And then up here, hopefully you've seen, I just cut the crap out of it. And all I'm gonna do is, this thing was hanging like way out here. So now I'm gonna weld it up here. Hopefully this all feels comfortable and normal. So I don't know for sure. I might tack it, but I won't put it on fully yet because I don't know exactly how this is gonna behave like when the seat's in, if I like it. So I'll just tack it. If everything feels good, we will burn it in. This thing, like I say, I'll either clean this off. Maybe I'll clean the bottom off, we'll set it over, and we will just burn the backside, and it's just going to be permanent with that pedal. Anyways, we'll clean this stuff up. We'll grab all these pieces, and we're going to transfer them to our sheet metal, to which then we can come back in here and kind of just zap everything in place. We're not going to bother being a floor doing like any perfect butt welding. Like, I don't care. We'll clean it up. We're going to lap weld over. It's not like a huge lap, but just a little bit, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. We're going to go over, zap it. It's easy. Once it's covered, nobody's going to see it, so who cares? We'll make it simple. Anyways, let's go swank these all over to some steel and then stick it to the floor there. Well, we didn't get a lot done today, which is okay. Not the end of the world. We got our patches in. I kind of just zapped everything. I didn't actually do a full weld. Hey buddy, let's go. I did tack the gas pedal in. I want to get the seat kind of mocked up in there, see how I like that. It does do the full motion, so that's okay. Like if we do it with this pedal, everything seems good. So if we do it with this pedal, it should look just cherry, just nice. Anyhow, we got like this plate in. You can see we made that little slight notch in there. I just haven't made the screw holes in the front. So the idea of this is here it's going to slip under this edge. So it kind of does that, and then just has some tension on it. So now we'll just go here, put a screw, we'll be golden. These are all tacked, they're all seam sealed, so this is all good. I realize this boot is torn, so there's no real point putting this one on. We still have to actually like tweak this. So tomorrow the plan is I'm going to put the seat in. I think I'll cut some of that matting where my sound deadener slash insulation. We'll cut a strip, we'll put it into here. We're going to set the seat on it, see how that feels. And then we'll modify this shift lever so it we can kick it into low, or I'm pretty sure that's low. So we'll get that right. We're going to give her a tweak so it doesn't hit the seat. And then I got a hole to fill. Somebody made a comment about my speedometer cable if I kind of came down. So I'm wondering if it's basically if I came out in this area, it might reach. I don't know. There's a possibility, so we'll try that. We got to do the shifter, test the gas pedal, do that. We're going to like say, oh, I know what I was saying. We're going to put like a chunk of that insulation. We'll put that heater on it. We'll put the seat on, see how that works. If it's good, then we can actually start insulating the rest of it. We did good. We got our seal in, which is like this truck took a weird special seal, so whatever this part number is ended up being the right one for this particular truck. I had ordered up a single seal off Amazon, but it almost looks like it's too small. So anywho, we got the seal in, clip, got the steering on. We don't have anything tightened down yet, so we got to do that. We got to top up the pump. We'll do that. But we test fit the inside. I basically took a chunk of this, what I want to use for my carpet slash insulation stuff. So we have that sitting down. I don't know how much of this you can see. Can't because of my goofy thing here, but we put the heater in there. There is plenty of room sitting on top. So the idea is it's going to sit down here, and it'll just blow hot air out this way. Pretty straightforward. The shifter, if you look at it, it actually shifts good, but I'm pretty sure that my seat's going to go forward. So when it's there, it's like almost going to hit the seat. So I mean, if Esther's driving, I'm guaranteed the seat would be up a bit. So I'm just going to put this here. I'm blindly going to heat this, and we'll just bend it forward a couple inches, and then we should be golden that way. So I think that'll situate that area pretty good. So I think I'm going to pull the seat. I'm going to take this insulation stuff. I'm going to set it all down on the floor everywhere because I know it'll all be good there. And then we'll work on this junction inside of here, which I think is just going to tape it. It'll be fine with some of that foil tape. But I do want to blow a hole into there and then build something to go up into that fan. So it's kind of grabbing fresh air always. That's kind of the plan. So anyways, I'm going to pull the seat back out now. And I'm going to see if I have any glue. I think I'd want to just glue this stuff to the floor. I did cut out a little notch over here, but we're going to kind of like pile drive this stuff everywhere. If I got left over, I'm just going to cover the tank because that'll just kind of insulate it. And I think Frank had a good comment where if you got it full of fuel, it's going to be cold and frosty, and it'll always kind of keep the inside of the cab a little cool. But I'll try to wrap it, but I'm not too worried. With the two heaters, this thing should be like really nice and warm inside. Anyways, let's continue on with the floor-a-thon thing that I was doing here. I will have to punch 2 holes yet to put my heater hoses through. We picked up some hose and have this is going to try using some PEX connectors there to tee it off the lines under the hood. You folks maybe never seen or didn't notice, but my plug wires are like super close to the headers. There's a couple anyways. So I bought some of these heat boots that I'm gonna try to stab over it so we don't melt our spark plug wires and start shorting the system out. Anyways, let's just finish up the interior quick. Well, we got a bunch of stuff done. Throw my light on. There we go. We got our seat bolted down. Our heater is installed, bolted down, and we got the lines run through, but I don't have them zipping up to the front yet. You can see over here, we did the foily thing for the connection, so that'll be fine. Glove box is in. Heater is wired, but I have to like actually put a crimp on it. I just did that to test it. We can see that it now makes lots of noise. Blows everywhere, so that's good. We got this insulation down. I glued a bunch behind the seat just for some added insulation. So these are all sitting good. We kind of just wrapped the tank with some extra. I don't think this stuff will be very durable, so I'm gonna need some good mud flaps or something to sit on top of it. I just reuse that boot for now till I get another one. I'll have to figure out where my foot goes through the floor also, just so I don't get any drafts coming up that way. We'll still have to do these two side plates. I think all I'm going to do is just weld a patch on the bottom and it's good enough. Next up is this thing I keep saying I want to do, so I'm going to be kind of simple about this. I found a semi stack, so I think these are usually like 5 or 6 inch, which should be plenty. So I'm thinking all I'm going to do is I'll make a mounting flange like the way this thing was screwed on. We'll make that go. I'm just going to go straight round tube down to here. Then we'll carve a hole in the side and we can just like blunk straight to the side. And then we'll just hole saw a big hole in there. It'll grab some fresh air and we should be cherry. All right, well, let's get started. Well, we got the heater all done now, which is good to go. I changed my plan and ended up building this chute. So we did this, welded it. I only tacked it because I don't care. I just use this foil stuff to seal the edges instead of some seam sealer and stuff. Anyways, we got the fresh air unit in. Still got to clean up some wiring, but that works. The heater fan, we hooked that up to a switch, so that's working under the truck. The lower blower fan is working. Yeah, for the most part, we have most of the inside done. Still had to, order a new boot. I have to figure out how to do like a good sweep for that brake pedal yet, just so it's not so breezy inside the cab. But yeah, that's about where we're at. I didn't get around to the remote start yet. I have like the wife's cars in, and we got the other car in, so I basically have a whole lot of other things going on in here. I think this is where I'm going to end up leaving this one for now. Because once I free up the hoist, I'll be able to put it back on the hoist and we can finish welding up the bumper really well. Hopefully I have a winch and something by then. Yeah, I think we got the seal done, but it looks like something's dripping. I sure hope it's not that. Nope, I don't know what it is. Must be just something from before the big mess, because this is still good. We haven't touched this all up, so I got to make sure I make a note to do all that yet to finish up the steering. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, I guess this is where I'm going to leave this one. I want to thank you folks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.